Hey there, everyone. This is Jay Reid, and no, I am not in North Carolina. That is just a backdrop for Zoom. So think warm, think the beach, and all those good thoughts, and enjoy the background as I'm talking to you about selling your home. You have reached out through either HomeLight or referred to me. Might have found me with the marketing I do on my properties and on the internet. So with that said, if you are thinking about selling your home, this is pretty much like what I would talk to you about inside your home. There's certain details that we're not going to get into in depth, but it's going to overview everything that I would talk to you about. And it's really important that you know who I am so that when the time comes, you have me talk to you more about your home. I'm an experienced agent, as you can see. Home Light, I'm with HomeSmart. Home Light is a company that does a lot of advertising. They spend over, well, a lot, millions and millions of dollars to put sellers and agents together, but I'm one of their top agents, and I do cover Lake, northern western Cook County, and other parts of Chicago. But the point is, I do a lot of business, and I've been doing this for 23 years, and with that, a lot of experience, and I pretty much can tell you what really matters and what's going to get your home sold versus some of the gimmicks out there, things that really don't matter all that much, and yet people gravitate towards it. So let's get into it, right? First of all, my name is Jay Reid. I'm with a company called HomeSmart Connect, and HomeSmart is a company that I joined recently. They have 6 offices throughout the Chicago area. And I was with Keller Williams prior to that, and then Remax prior to that. Let me show you a little bit about HomeSmart. HomeSmart, the reason I decided to align myself with them is that they have 6 offices throughout Chicago, and it makes it very convenient for me to meet people at any one of these offices. Our main office is in Arlington Heights. We have one in Algonquin, which is out west, 2 in the Chicago area, one on the northwest side, one downtown. If you go to our website here and click around, you'll be able to see the inside of these offices, and we have a satellite office out in Libertyville. Okay, so HomeSmart Connect, good company, over 500 agents, national franchise with, I believe, over 35 franchises throughout the country. So we're a pretty fast growing. In the Fortune 500, we're, I believe, 300 something. So we're ranked pretty high. All right. So as far as getting to know me a little better, if you want to go and visit Zillow, let me see where Zillow is up here. If it is, okay, maybe it's not there. So I'm going to go to Zillow really quick. I just want to show you my reviews. Okay, so it's important that you know who you're working with. And over at Zillow, they could give you a pretty good idea who the person is just by looking at their profile, right? So if you go to my profile, you'll be able to see I have reviews. I'm a highly ranked agent. Talks about who I am, where I've come from, what I do. Again, Lake, northern western Cook. It gives you an idea. You know, I do sell in and around this area. All right. All right. So just wanted to give you some evidence that you're dealing with somebody that knows what they're doing. Recently, I have over 180 listings I've listed and sold. You could take a look at those when we get done here. All right, so what's the one thing that I do when I first walk into somebody's home? I always say, hey, you know, you really need to know what the market is. Let's go and take a look at the market metrics. The market metrics are a current state of, is it a buyer's market, is it a seller's market? Which way is the trend heading? So is it supply or demand? If you're a seller or a buyer, you want to know these things, right? Really important. So what we're going to do, because we're going to be concentrating and using as an illustration this property 69 Amber Court, I'm just going to go in and show you what the metrics are in this particular area. Okay, so if we go to this thing called InfoSparks, it's basically our MLS aggregates all the data and then it spits out reports. These reports are very useful, right? And we have a report for every community, so wherever you live, I can run this for you, and it's very helpful. Let me tell you the key points that I'm after. When I'm looking at this report, what am I after? Number one is the price going up or down in the area? Here it's up 2.8% from this time in 2019 until current. The market time, it's at 110%. Let me tell you, The reason why in this area are the taxes. Look at that, almost $16,000 in taxes. That's why the market time's high. It's harder to find buyers up here. The percent of the original list price, sellers are gaining about 96%. That's pretty good, right? And then the month supply of inventory is indicative of if it's a seller or buyer's market. Here, this is a buyer's market. Down here, it's trending towards a seller's market. Why? With COVID-19, nobody wants to leave their home. Nobody's listing their home, but there are homes selling. I can tell you I sold 3 homes this week, and the buyers are out. It's just the sellers are not engaging, but the buyers are. It takes 10 buyers to sell a house in this area. So 10 people through the home. We're going to talk about that. It's important to understand every single one matters. And we talk to the agent before they bring the buyer, educate them, and we give them a lot of information. On this particular home, what we did is we went ahead and included in the marketing extra information. Okay, so we call it a love letter from the seller to the buyers. We have a feature sheet. We go into great detail to really show off the attributes of the home. Okay, so that is kind of called the market metrics. Now the question is, how do we determine what the value is? And more importantly, how do other agents interpret what the value of a home is? If I were to tell you that I was coming out to list this home, most agents would do this. They'd say, sir, your home is worth, or ma'am, your home is worth $366,000. This is the RPR, Realtor Property Resource, one of the more reliable valuation models, but 366, 430, 5-star review on confidence, and here's the range, 344 to 388, but on average 366, okay? Here's another valuation model. It's right within the tax record. One click away, it comes here, and any agent would say, oh, the home might only be worth 337, or it's only worth 372. So you have to ask yourself the question, how did I, the listing agent, Jay Reid from HomeSmart Connect, sell this house in 11 days for $380,000, okay? I take it one step further. I pay for this, and it's something I have done for my listings. I have a certified appraisal done. The certified appraisal said that the home was worth $380,000. I used it to educate agents that are from outside the area that don't know anything about the area, to give them confidence, give their buyers confidence that this home is worth every penny that we're asking for it. Without this, I would not gotten the $380,000. All right. It's a strategic move on my part. Most agents don't want to spend the money out of pocket. I will. I'll invest in my listings to sell them and make my clients happy. Okay. So I'm going to show you that, again, this home sold for $380,000. And part of our marketing was a video walkthrough of this home. So this kind of is really helpful when it comes to getting an idea what a home looks like, being that, you know, most people cannot go to open houses anymore. It gives you an idea, right? So this is a video walkthrough we do on our listings. I'm going to show you something else we do that's pretty cool. All right. If you have a home that's vacant, we do what's called virtual staging. And by the way, we put floor plans together. People need to see floor plans to see how the house comes together. But here's what I want you to see. This room, there's no furniture in the house. I actually have it virtually staged, and on the wall, I put a poster board up showing, here's a picture of what this room looks like. So when the buyer comes in, there's not a disconnect between what they see on the internet and then just walk into a vacant house, okay? So, and the other thing is these cabinets were oak, and they were very, and I want to say ugly, but they were dated. And I have a painter that will come in, take the doors off, sand them, prime them in his shop, spray them with multiple quotes, and then come back and finish the boxes off and then reinstall. This, I am sure, also helps sell the house. Now imagine 366 versus 380, and this only costs $2,500. Spending money to make money, right? So that gives you an idea how we marketed this home. This is pretty nice, the basement. Okay. Okay. Now, after we did all that and the guy sold his home, he wanted to know what he was going to walk away with. His name was not John Smith, but hypothetically, we're just going to put some other information in, but it did sell for 380. And if we're to close, say on June 15th of this year, it's already closed. But if this was the case, then after all his closing costs, and these are all line item out, this is what he would have walked away with. So we run net sheets for you as well. So you know what you're going to walk away with. Just not commissions, but all the different closing costs. So when it comes time to get your home ready, we are going to definitely help you with referrals to painters, carpet companies, contractors, whoever you need to get that house looking its best. And if you just want to sell it as is, I just need to give you a heads up. People will pay you a lot less as is. Excuse me, my throat's a little sore. Or they'll pay you a premium for top dollar, which is in evidence here. Just really want you to see that. The other thing that we're starting to do here is virtual tours, 360 spin arounds in the rooms. So this is something that I could also offer you. It just depends. I mean, we could go in a lot of different directions with our marketing. Okay, but I think this is pretty sharp. This home is a brand new listing. We've already had, within the first week, 12 showings. Buyers are out. Don't think they're not out. They are out. Again, the floor plans included, the photos, all this information. This is really sharp. Okay, so this is how we market our homes, and then we mass syndicate them, and they show up on Realtor.com, right? So if you go over to Realtor.com right now, and you're going to type in this address that I just showed you, it would come in. It's loading right now. It would come in with the pictures, and then there's a virtual tour button right down here, and that leads you to this marketing here, which I just showed you. And this is like pretty powerful stuff. Okay, the 3D tour of the floor plan and 41 photos. People are seeing what they need to see. Okay. All right, so let's see. Mass syndication, we do full color brochures. I ask sellers to write love letters. I want them to tell buyers what they love about their home. Here's a new listing I just put on the market, and it's near a lake, and the people have lived there for a long time, and they're in the process of selling. Okay, and under additional information, I have the home improvements of the home. Okay, so you have an assignment, and then what it's like to live in the neighborhood. And this is written by the seller to buyers. All right. I mean, we're selling property here, but it's a home. It's more than just a house. And this is my write-up on this house. All right. This is good, solid marketing. We have a video of the lake. It's a drone video. And this helps people interpret like what's around them, because if you have a really nice piece of property, you know, you need to showcase it. And so here we have, you know, a drone video. Okay, pretty nice. And then we also have the video walkthrough of the home. So you talk about like spending money to showcase properties. We're not afraid to spend money. And by the way, we have a 1-day out clause. You might find it extremely hard to believe, but if you are unhappy at any given point, you could cancel your contract with us. So we're, you know, people's situations change in life, and maybe they decide not to move. Who knows? I'm not holding anybody hostage by saying, oh, you have a 10-month contract with me. And I know they're out there. A lot of people do that. We put an electronic lockbox in your house. We put a yard sign in. As far as buyers go, we pre-screen all buyers before they come to your home. We know that agents and their buyers may not know the first thing about your neighborhood. For me to educate them is really important, so that we don't have a wasted showing or an uneducated buyer coming through that doesn't know anything because the agent doesn't know. So my job is to cooperate with my fellow agents and educate them and help them sell your property. Remember how I said that one property needed 10 people to come through? Well, every one of those buyers their agent heard from me before they ever showed up. I already started to develop rapport. Then I would get better feedback. I would know what the pros and cons are from each showing, and then I could share that with my seller. Okay, so that's, the devil's in the details. That's hard work, but it's well worth it. I'm here to sell a house and help you, do it for the most amount of money in the least amount of time. All right. What else can I tell you? Financing is like a big deal. Like it derails transactions all the time. So what I could tell you is that I will follow up with every single lender who is representing the buyer on a contract to purchase for your home, and make sure that I know about them. Are they W-2 employees? How long have they been at their job? Do they have reliable 40 hours a week? Are they part commission, or are they just full salary? Are they 1099s? Have they checked their tax returns? Yada, yada, yada. I mean, I get into the weeds to make sure your deal does not fall apart. And they do. And I've had issues with companies, I'm not going to mention their names, but they wrote qualified pre-approval letters and the people could not buy the home after I vetted them. So it's not at face value. Those letters are not worth the paper they're written on sometimes. Okay, and the other thing is, when most deals fall apart is during the attorney approval home inspection, and I'm very careful to make sure that every agent on the other end of that transaction understands we're not going there. We're only going to be abiding by the contract, and the contract says that the inspection is for major system structural type defects that affect habitability and safety. Minor repairs, routine maintenance are not to be part of it. And yet on every deal, I see letters come through because the attorney decides to change the rules of engagement. But guess what? The buyer has already been made aware that we're not going there, and we don't have friction, and we just move on to the next phase of the contract. But that is when most deals fall apart. All right. As far as Illinois, we're an attorney state. We have real estate attorneys. I have very good attorneys I work with, and their job is to put everything in writing in order for it to be enforceable, prepare the deed, order the title insurance, order the survey, order the payoff, send your documents prior to closing so you can pre-sign. You do not have to go to the closing. And this whole thing about COVID and how we show homes, we are taking precautions. Wearing masks are essential. Wearing gloves are essential. Not having multiple parties come through the home at one point. Being strategic on the days that we show the property and not just leave it open for any day, any time. We're here to protect you, and by doing so, we're taking precautions ourselves. And again, we are selling homes, okay? As an example, you may find it hard to believe people are out buying right now. They are. These are showings I've had this month on my properties, okay? And from those showings, we have homes that have gone under contract. This one just went under contract. This one, this one, this one, this one. And these are fairly recent homes that have gone under contract. This one has a contract we're negotiating right now. This one has had a third showing, okay? So the bottom line is homes are moving, okay? Homes are moving. All right, what else can I tell you? So what I would say is this: before you make any decisions on who you want to list your home with, please talk to me, because I'm a very good agent and I produce results. I'm not afraid to spend money, and I love what I do. So my enthusiasm will come across, and hopefully we can work together. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. This is my pre-listing presentation. Again, this is Jay Reid with HomeSmart Connect, working in the Chicago area for 23 years, highly referred by companies like HomeLight, Top Rank Agent, Upnest, personal referrals, friends, families. And one last thing I should show you. There is a company that I use, and people are like probably talking about social marketing. What do you do on social marketing? Wow. A lot more than what anybody else does, I can tell you that. And this company here, it's called Listings to Leads. This is where my social marketing takes place. But just as an example, this is a brand new listing, and it's telling me these are the tasks that I have to do. So this week, I'm going to be posting social media ads. I'm going to give the seller a link so that they can post theirs. And this is kind of like cool. This is like what it looks like. The posting will go to Facebook. It'll be uploaded and then disseminated amongst the community. And people are going to know we do this when it's just listed, during open houses, pending and sold. So we let people know about what's going on with your home. And getting back to these tasks, it's a lot more than just that. This is for our social media. This is for the sellers to share with their friends. We have single property websites we could send them to through Instagram and other social media platforms. We have an e-flyer that we send to our database. We have an e-flyer that the seller could send to their friends. We have print marketing. We've posted on Craigslist, and it's pretty powerful. So you got the best of everything here, folks. And sometimes I shake my head when people don't give me the time of day and hear what we could do and think that just anybody does the same thing. It's not true. 23 years experience, over 1,000 home sales. So thanks a lot. I really appreciate your time. Best number to reach me at is 847-791-5491, 791-5491. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later. Bye.